Welcome to the final women's match of the evening. Here we have the Andinas up against the Northern Hawks. We'll have the team lineups up for you in a second. But this is a big game, nevertheless. I haven't done the maths, but I think the Andinas do need to win to have any chance of having a sniff of finals. However, I do think it is a bit out of reach for them. However, for the Northern Hawks, a victory here would take them back into third position, leapfrogging the West Coast Cobras, who unfortunately lost last time out. And now we'll have the team lineups for the Andinas. Camilla Christianini in goal, number 20. Thea Dunn, number 16. Ingrid Gomez Basalo, number 10. Priscilla Tocha, number 7. Marilla Mellero, number 12. Sian Gabrielson, number 21. Dominique Paredes, number 11. So a lot of outs for the Andinas. Some good experience for some of their normally B players as well. For the West Coast the Northern Hawks, we have number 1, Rachel Wilson in it. Number 9, Dakota Van Voort. Number 8, Kayla McCulloch. Number 10, Tanya Campos. Number 3, Ruby Cohen. Number 5, Talia Curum. Number 32, Jessica John. Number 10, Anna Tan. Number 34, Anna Tan. And number 4, Karen Kronberg. Is now Frito over the corner ball to Campos from range. Just wide. Campos not happy with herself for that opportunity. It's thrown wide. The Andinas into Basilo. Resetting to Dunn. Played out wide. Back to Dunn. Still going Dunn, but well dispossessed there by Van Voort. Wide to Campos. Campos in possession. Into touch for Tan. Skips past 2 and does get fouled. Well done there by Tan. Wide for Campos. Then back to Tan. Rolls it back for John. Played wide. Andina's ball. Dunn. Back to Dunn. And then Tocha. That one just rolls under a foot. Out for a side ball. Wide John into Campos. Back to Tan. Then Campos. Then Van Voort. Good footwork there by Basilo. Into touch, and then even better footwork. And it's fumbled out wide. And then on the volley, Tocha. And the knee from Dunn almost found the back of the net. Wilson. Campos. Back to Campos. Wide and McCulloch. Gets dispossessed. And now the Andinas on the attack. But eventually rolls back to Van Voort for the Hawks. Switches it to Campos. Great first touch. Looks to isolate one-on-one. Tries to skip past Dunn. Well defended. Side ball. Back to John. Into McCulloch, but that one just goes wide. Christianini rolls it for Dunn. She elects to go wide. Into Tocha. Ball down the line, back to Dunn. Looks for that switcher play. And I tell you what, was not far away from finding Paredes on that back post. It was good play there from the Andinas. Campos. Van Voort into McCulloch. Back to John. Then Van Voort. She tried to find Campos. Just couldn't connect with her. Flick ball down the line. Looking for Dunn. Dunn holds it up well, but as I say that, it just rolls out of play. McCulloch, then John to Van Voort. And then the ball to McCulloch just goes astray, out for a side ball for the Andinas. Resets all the way back to Dunn. Then wide. Basilo into Tocha. Flick ball down the line. Campos, happy to see that one out of play. As then we see number 21, Gabrielson, come back on for the Andinas. Shot from the corner, doesn't come of anything, and Wilson will get us back underway. Campos. Into McCulloch. Back to Campos. Played inside. Cohen looks for the 1-2 around the corner. Does find Campos eventually. And then Campos. She's just fallen in that challenge. Hopefully she is okay. Nothing malicious in the challenge, but just a bit of follow through, and she fell. She does look alright. And now she got us back underway into Cohen. This is good. And what a way to respond from Campos. She almost found the back of the net. A 1-2 with the post, but it just goes wide. Gabrielson goes for the shot. Wilson collects. Kronberg into McCulloch, who then plays Cohen back to McCulloch. Flick ball over the top. Doesn't come of anything. Done. Played wide. Gabrielson for the Andinas. Gabrielson from range. Yeah, we've got a challenge Wilson in there, who just rolls it for McCulloch into Kronberg. All around the corner, almost finding Campos. Christianini collects. Tocha back to Dunn. Wide for Basilo. Flick ball around the corner. Well dealt with there by Kronberg. She sees it out for a corner ball. Lays it back. Basilo from range. Goalie ball. Wilson, as we see Campos check out for Curran. McCulloch wide for Kronberg. Back to McCulloch, goes for the dummy, but Tocha back in possession, but her pass just goes astray, out for a side ball. Kronberg into McCulloch. Wide for Cohen. He's happy to just see that one out of play. It will remain Hawks' possession. Cohen, wide, McCulloch into Kronberg. Ball around the corner, but it just had run out of play. Will be an Andinas side ball. They've done well in these opening 10 minutes. Tocha, back to Basilo. Back to Tocha, into touch for Dunn. Sees it wide. Basilo did well, keeps it in play. Tries to skip past Curum, who eventually resets Cohen. Then Kronberg into McCulloch. Then Cohen. Delightful ball over the top, but no, just a bit too much on that one. Out for a goalie ball. Now, Christianini goes long. Heavy first touch. Now Kronberg into Cohen. Resets McCulloch. Flick ball over the top. Delightful for Curum. Tries to keep it in play. She does, but her pass to the back post, it doesn't come of anything. But then eventually Andinas break the press, and now Dunn flicks it to the back post. This is the chance for the Andinas. And I didn't quite see what happened, but I think it has come off Wilson and it hit the post. It will be a corner ball. Well worked there by the Andinas. And here's another chance. Gabrielson on the turn and shot. Just wide. Wilson's ball. Curum into Cohen. Cohen's touch, loose. But it was Gabrielson that did see it out of play. Into McCulloch. Wide for Tan. Played into touch, but eventually dispossessed. Gabrielson. Basilo. Back to Gabrielson. Good second touch, but she slips. And now here's the chance for the Northern Hawks. 2v1, but Cohen's pass just lets the attack down. As now we see Mellero check on for her first stint of the match. Gabrielson getting double teamed there. Eventually it runs out of play. Christianini gets us back underway. She elects to go long. And now Wilson collects. Rolls it out wide. Cohen, McCulloch. Back to Cohen. Then Tan. Tan. Wide to Cohen. She did well. Gabrielson may be overcommitted, but she's happy to see that one out of play. She worked back. Hard on transition. Now Tan. Wide for Curum. Down the line. McCulloch. She wins herself a side ball. Curum. Wide to Cohen. Back to Curum. Getting double teamed. And now the Andinas back in possession. Basilo. Good little trickery, but her touch just let her down. And Cohen clears that one out of harm's way. Christianini elects to go long. Mellero applies the pressure on Cohen. Tan gets dispossessed. Was well read there by the number 10. Basilo is now done. Long-ranged effort. Will be a corner goalie ball. As Wilson for the Hawks rolls it out for Cohen. Played wide Tan, and then Kurim back to Tan. Now Cohen. Van Voort, who's checked back on. Van Voort, now Cohen, into Tan, then Kurim. Kurim goes for the shot, but well defended there by the Andinas. Could be a side ball. Wide, Tan who goes for the shot, and there it is! The opening goal for the Northern Hawks. And it will be Anna Tan who finds the back of the net. Well worked goal there by the Northern Hawks. From the corner, the Andinas just didn't shut the middle. Tan had a free shot, and maybe Christianini was blocked by her defenders, couldn't react to that one. And now Anna Tan opens the deadlock. And here she comes again, rolls it back. Van Voort looks for the back post. Kurim was just caught behind a defender. Gabrielson, but how good was that by Kurim to get back on defense? And then Gabrielson's shot goes wide. But it will be a corner ball. Basilo goes for the shot. It was deflected. Will be a corner ball. Shot from Basilo goes wide. Wilson gets us back underway. Kurim wide to John. Into touch for Van Voort. Back to Kurim. She's getting pressed hard there by Gabrielson. This is good movement by the Northern Hawks and right idea by Tan. The ball was just behind Kurim and a bit too high. Rolls out of play. Wilson rolls it out for John. Into Tan. Kurim into Van Voort. But her pass just goes astray and the Andinas back in possession. Wide, Melero looks for the flick around the corner for Paredes, but it didn't work, but the Andinas still in possession. Basilo played wide. Paredes, now Melero looks for the switch of play, but well read there by Tan. She's been lively the last couple of moments. Van Voort, flick around the corner. Sorry, pass around the corner. Doesn't work out. And it's out for a side ball. Christianini now on Basilo. Into touch. Totcha. Back to Basilo. Ball down the line, goes astray. And then the Hawks regain possession. Van Voort to Campos. Then John. Back to Van Voort. And her pass over the top goes astray. Wilson collects. Gets the Hawks back underway. Campos. Van Voort back to Campos. Wide John into Tan. And eventually Tan gets out-muscled by Basilo. And the Andinas will get us back underway through Christianini. Long ball for Melero. John. Now Van Voort. Delightful ball to the back post for Campos. Great ball there by Van Voort. Just couldn't find it. Campos. Just half a second behind. Back wide. Holding it up well. Elects to go wide. Mellero plays it down the line. And it will be a Hawks ball. With 35 seconds left on the clock. John Van Voort. She goes long looking for Campos. Couldn't find her. Resets Basilo into Mellero to Paredes, back to Mellero. Sorry, Basilo getting pressed hard by John. Great physicality shown between the two of them. And eventually it rolls out of play. Into Mellero. Good first touch, but that will see us for this first half of action. So far, the Northern Hawks lead the 1-goal 2-0. We'll be back with you just after this break. And welcome to the second half of action. If you did miss the first half so far, the Northern Hawks are leading 1-goal 2-0 through Anatan, who found the back of the net. with several minutes left to go. It was well worked. Dunn back on the ball. Plays Mellero. Back to Dunn. Then Totcha. And Mellero.
And now press. Well done.
Wide to Paredes.
That little shift of your body just to cover the angle, really good. So just stay here and just wait for the person to come and connect to you. So Tyner's coming. Get ready. Oh, better pass. Yes, better pass.
Is Andinas back in possession. Paredes forces the ball, but well done there by Kronberg. Eventually, possession changes hands, and now the Hawks will get us back underway. Van Voort wide to Jan. Back to Van Voort. Then Campos. As now they engage the defence, but a sloppy touch by Jan. And now the Andinas on the attack through Mellero, but well dealt with there by Van Voort, who just is happy to see that one out of touch. Paredes goes for the shot, just wide.
Make sure we're set up.
Mellero. Over the top. Paredes. Good first touch. But good physicality there showed by Kronberg. And now she's on the attack, but well dealt with there by Dunn. And now it's the Andinas' turn on the attack. Totcha. Just wide. I'd have to say Wilson did have that one covered.
Moving closer. Well done, Dakota.
Wilson drops it for Van Voort. Then Campos.
Yes, come out. You go connect with Dakota. Yep.
Ball into target. Well done there by Dunn. And now the Andinas on the attack. Totcha plays wide to Dunn, who goes for the toe poke. Just wide. And there was an advantage called there against the Northern Hawks. It's now Wilson back with the ball. Campos on the opposite flank looks for the chip ball, but well collected by Christianini. And now she releases Paredes. Looks for that delightful switch of play. Totcha! Her toe poke just goes wide. Kronberg just caught out a little bit there. Wasn't following her defender well. Van Voort back to Campos, into Kronberg. Does well, keeps possession. Campos, wide for Jan. Back to Van Voort, who plays wide. Kronberg down the line, Campos, and Dunn. Happy to see that one out of play. Ball for Van Voort from Campos, and it's found the back of the net. Well done there by the Northern Hawks, and they double their advantage on the evening. As we just have a look at the replay, sort of missed that one myself, but Campos, great strong pass into Van Voort, and Van Voort, strong shot, finds the bottom right-hand corner. And that gives the Northern Hawks some breathing space as now they keep the pressure on. Delightful ball to Campos. Just over the crossbar.
Kayla, drop away. Kayla, drop away. Cuz, I told you to.
Totcha plays wide, but it's fallen to Gabrielson, but well collected Wilson. And Campos just out-muscled Gabrielson, so didn't get on the end of that one. Campos, now McCulloch. Back to Campos. Played wide, Krongberg. Into McCulloch. Switch of play. Krongberg, can she score? No, she can't. There's a slight touch on that one, but referee Finlay Alexander just doesn't believe so, and it will be a goalie ball. Totcha. Wide, Gabrielson. Gets out-muscled Campos. And now Campos on the break. Still going. Campos, and happy to see that one out of play. Back to Krongberg. Goes for the shot from halfway. Just wide. Christianini lays it off for Dunn. Then Basilo. And Cohen intercepts that pass and sees it out of play. Into touch, Gabrielson. Then Totcha, and Dunn collects. Resets to Basilo, then back to Dunn, but no, just wide. Curran, now Cohen, wide to McCulloch. Then back to Cohen. Looks for the switch of play. And now Andinas, that was an opportunity there for Dunn. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Wilson sees that one out of the danger zone, and then it's well cleared by Krongberg. Wide to Dunn. Goes for the shot, well blocked. Now Basilo from range, again well blocked by the Northern Hawks defence. Staying strong, and Curran now on the break. Flicks it wide, well read by Basilo. And again for the shot, but it's blocked once again by the Northern Hawks defence. Into Basilo, shoots from range. Out of play. Cohen. Wide, Curran. Into John. Back to Curran. Wide to Cohen. Curran. Tries to play inside, but dispossessed by Dunn. That's an opportunity, but again, strong defense. Curran reacted well and blocked that one out of harm's way. Now, Basilo from range. Just can't getting onto these shots at the moment. It goes over the top of the crossbar. Curran into McCulloch. Back to Campos. Then John. Great first and second touch, but the pass just goes astray. And now Basilo back for the Andinas. Gabrielson. Done. Now Gabrielson. But Cohen dispossesses her, and now the Hawks get to set up their 4-0 once again. John back to Curran. Wide McCulloch. Gets dispossessed. And goalie ball. One-two in possession for the Hawks, but eventually it just goes back to the Andinas. And they're building here. Just getting a better spell of possession, more chances, but they got to test Wilson. Every shot being blocked so far. Now Curran on the attack. No, gets dispossessed. And now Gabrielson still going. Gabrielson goes for the shot. Wide for Wilson. Cohen gets dispossessed, and again the Andinas on the attack. Goes for the shot. Another missed opportunity for the Andinas. They've had many in this second half, but just haven't been able to capitalise. John into Curum as Tan checks back on the goal scorer. John flick around the corner. Finds Tan. Still going Tan down the line. And flicks it into Curum. Bobbled into McCulloch, but well defended by Basilo. Don't know how that didn't find the back of the net. Ball down the line, eventually runs out of space, and it will be Wilson's ball. Curum, Tan. John. Curum, now McCulloch, inside John. Gets dispossessed. John, back to Curum. McCulloch. Then Curum, John, ball inside. Couldn't find Curum, but it was deflected. Will be a side ball. Side ball, Curum gets it back from McCulloch, but again they get dispossessed. Now the Andinas can release on the break again, but that ball over the top doesn't come of anything. Mellero though goes for the shot, side netting. John into Tan. Try to find Tan, and free kick called against the Andinas. Free kick, John runs out of play. John, McCulloch goes for the shot, gets blocked. And then eventually it runs out of play, and Dina's ball. Basilo wide to Mellero. Flick down the line. Totcha from range, just wide. Wilson rolls it out for Curum. Now John, then Tan. Back to John. Now Curum, McCulloch plays inside. Tan, heavy touch. Well done there by Basilo. Flicks it wide to Totcha. Now Basilo. Back wide. Mellero. Totcha. Flick down the line. Paredes keeps it in well. Resets Basilo. John for the Hawks as the Andinas spell of possession breaks down, and now John checks out for Campos. Tan to Van Voort, sorry. But she gets dispossessed. But Tan comes across, covers her well, sees it out of play. Totcha gets dispossessed, and now McCulloch on the break. Well defended, Basilo.
Taylor, next one.
McCulloch back to Curran. Now Tan. Van Voort. McCulloch looks for the return, but well dealt with there again by Basilo. Flicks it through the legs, but then it gets dispossessed. Tan for Van Voort. Goes for the shot. Good save, Christianini. Now Basilo. Long ball looking for the target, but well read there by Curran. Switches play to Van Voort. Into McCulloch. Back to Van Voort. Flicks it wide. Tan. Into Curran. Back to Tan. Wide to McCulloch. Ball down the line.
Good idea. Bad luck.
It's out for a goalie ball. Christianini releases done. He plays it down. Mellero. Back to Basilo. Ball into Totcha. Back to Basilo. Now done. Heavy touch. Tries to skip past Campos, but Mellero did well. Came across to keep Andinas in possession, but Campos. Well done by Campos. Keeps it in play for the Northern Hawks. Curran, Tan, Campos. Now Curran back rolls Tan, Van Voort.
Hey, Charles, good. Now get out here. Fine, is on. Go, take a run.
It's Curran, skips past Dunn, but she did well to react. Sees it out of play for a corner ball. And now for Campos, who shoots on the left boot. And it's just wide. Basilo into Mellero. Back to Basilo. Down the line. Totcha flicked into Mellero. Back to Totcha. Goes for the shot. And there it is. It's found the back of the net. Wilson just caught off guard, and it's gotten past her on the near post. And what a finish that was by Priscilla Totcha, who opens the Andinas scoring with 2 minutes 11 left on the clock, as now we enter stop clock territory. Well done there by the Andinas, and maybe this contest isn't as over as previously thought. Van Voort into John, gets fouled. Nothing called. Christianini plays wide. Gabrielson into Basilo. And this game is just heated up a second. What a finale we have in store.
Get forward. Ruby, drop off.
Done. Gabrielson, Basilo, done. Van Voort sees it out of play. As now we have a timeout for the Andinas. With just over a minute left on the clock, we'll be back with you just after this break. Come back after the timeout. We'll see what the Andinas have conjured up here. Is done. Looks for the back post. Intercepted by John. Now Campos, who dummies it for Van Voort, who takes it down the line, but eventually gets dispossessed. Now Gabrielson's turn. Totcher. Still going Totcher, but eventually it rolls out of play. Campos resets to John. Maybe fouled in that occasion. Nothing called. And now Bassalo with the shot. Nothing comes of it. Back to Totcher, who then shoots. Just goes wide. And Wilson back in possession. Elects to go long. But it finds Bassalo's feet, who flicks it wide, but Campos makes herself big. Sees that one out of touch. Done. Shoots to the back post. Gets blocked, and then Campos elects to go for a run, but her touch just a bit too heavy. 50 seconds left on the clock. And it's wide. Bassalo into Gabrielson. Down the line for Totcher. Goes for the toe poke, and it's in the back of the net. A mistake by Rachel Wilson. Just got through her legs, and the Andinas have capitalised, and they've equalised this game. It looked dead and buried, but well done from the Andinas. They got that goal with just under 2 minutes left on the clock, and now they have equalised. 37 seconds left.
We don't need to win. Draw is enough.
But as we do here from the bench of the Northern Hawks, they only need a draw. So we'll see what happens in the last stages. Cohen shoots wide.
Ruby, drop off. Ruby, drop off.
Christianini plays Gabrielson. Then Bassalo, and could the Andinas get a late winner? No, there. Get dispossessed. There will be a Hawks ball. Campos from range goes for the shot. It gets spilled. 13 seconds left on the clock. Bassalo, maybe one last chance, but instead it's Campos. Goes through one's legs. Does she keep it in play? Yes, she does well, but eventually it rolls out of play. Goalie ball. 1:03 left on the clock. I have to say they have to go long, but I elect to go short instead. And that will be time. It is a draw here. The Andinas with late excitement, but eventually it will be a draw, a point each for either side. Thank you for joining us for that one. And we'll be back for the men's quarterfinal actions, starting with the WA Eagles up against the Footscrubs.